Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 115 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of ATM10, where between episodes I did the thing I said I would do, which is finish up this design, which seems to be running pretty well. We're already at a 3x emerald, and we just need a little bit more to get 4x. So we're like pretty close. So like as I'm working on the other things, these will build up and just keep on building up. Cool. So that should be fun times. I've got so let's see, we've got our improbability drive, right? Improbability is done. So that was not bad. Philosopher's done, not bad. Seed's on its way, but remember I need all this stuff. But I've got everything else in there. These three are complete. Real quick note for you guys playing this pack, these shelves had a real problem in AE. I don't know why, but like they did not want to craft. Not even like the basic hell shelf. Every time I went to craft it, it would get stuck on the crafting. And then more importantly, when I canceled it, it would void the items that it was using to craft with. So something weird with hell shelves. So be aware of that. So what I did is I wound up making enough shelves manually to fulfill my needs for now, and I'll probably have to do that again. And then I removed all the auto crafting of these hell shelves from here. Infused hell shelves I left, but like no more auto crafting hell shelves. I should probably remove that one too while I'm thinking of it. So yeah, let's remove. So I removed those three patterns. So just do hell shelves manually. Trust me on that. So that covers those three. Now let's look at the Nexium emitter. So this dude, what is auto-craftable from you? We're probably going to have to add in you, and you for auto-crafting, right? So that probably doesn't look too terrible. It'll just be you, and then you already know how to make lumium gears. Not really, but I could probably toss lumium into an alloy smelter and call it a day. Yeah, I'm on board with that, right? That should be cool. So that seems pretty good. This thing, for the most part, not terrible. We've already got unobtainium blocks, so jetpack units. Refined glowstone, I might need to set up auto-crafting for, and then jetpacky dude. Should be cool. Okay. So the only other thing to do here would be... So let's start with... So we have Nexium emitter. I'm going to control click it and see what I don't have. Redstone acid from immersive engineering. Really? What do I need that for again? For Mr. Tesla coil? And that is made in a mixer with water and redstone. So what do we got going on, Mr. Mixer? Mr. Mixer. Also, I was trying to like find sources of some lag, so I turned that thing off between episodes and cleaning up a few other things. So do I have a mixer in here by chance? Do I not have a mixer in here by chance? So how was I... How did I make this previously? That's a refinery. This is a mixer, right? No, that's an industrial squeezer. How did I make redstone acid? I did that. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's how I did that, right? Um, I don't want to actually kick off any crafts because clearly some things are already happening. Looks like this guy's cool. So my gravitational... I felt like I missed something with the gravitational unit, but it might be something that like the next pass I'll find. Right? So that should be fine. So if I put you guys away and we skip the crafting on the... That's the jetpacky thing. So I'm going to skip that dude. And then this should be cool. Available bucket of redstone. And that'll make the Tesla coil. All right, what else do we need that we don't have on AutoCraft? That would be you and you, right? So you're good. Did I feel like I was missing something? Might be the refined glowstone. That was it. It was refined glowstone. We have enough, so I won't automate it. And if I need to, I will in the future. I think that's fair, right? And then it's just wireless universal remote. This one might be tricky because of the nuanciness of it, but let's see what we can come up with. Yeah. And hopefully it's not too crazy. So you're going to be this dude, which means you and you. Wireless pattern. encoding terminal and wireless universal terminal. See, that's going to be tricky because you need to be the one that has everything in it, right? So like we basically, this one might need to be another manual kind of craft. So you need wireless pattern, extended, crafting, and pattern access, right? Wireless pattern encoding, pattern access, crafting, and extended pattern access terminal. So those 4 need to be something that we can make, right? So you need to know how to make that. Wireless crafting terminal. Is that my wireless crafting terminal? Did you steal that? Where did that come from? Nope, it's right there still, so we're cool. And we'll let you do substitutions enabled. Wireless crafting terminal becomes wireless pattern encoding. Yes. So I need you to also know how to make a wireless crafting terminal, which is going to be you. I need you to know how to make a crafting terminal, which is going to be you. Okay, so that's wireless. Now I need pattern access, which is going to be you. Crafting we are going to have covered, and wireless extended is going to be you. Maybe? Could be. Right? So now I want to make all of those, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll combine them. Right? And then, right, you're in there, so you're being weird, but that's okay. But now if I said Nexium emitter, you're good. Now the only thing we have left to teach is the Nitro transmitter, which looks pretty straightforward. It's just going to be a bunch of this action, right? Now I think the transmitter needs like one of those like right-click a zombie deals. But again, I only need a handful of these, so I'm not going to fully automate it. What I'm going to do, player aerial pearl, use an aerial pearl on a zombie or husk, right? So what I'm going to do is put all these patterns in here, and then all I have to do is get like a dozen aerial pearls. And then go find some zombies or husks. And what I could do if I really wanted to be cool about it is I could go creature catcher a zombie or husk and then dupe it in my buddy the Dupinator. Right? So all I gotta do is wait for a zombie or husk to spawn, grab one with my creature catcher, and then dupe it a bunch. Does that sound like a cool plan to anybody? Think so? I'll come back when I find one, because as we know, sometimes that's trickier than you think. Easier said than done, zombie or husk. Alright. That works, right? I feel like that works. How we doing on paradox energy here? We're fine. I'm not going to forget about that, right? No, definitely not. Definitely not going to forget about paradox energy and accidentally spawn a paradox. So, not that it's a big problem, realistically. The goal of the goal of the paradox was to make it so that, like, if you forgot about it and you left it automated, you get stung, but not like if you're manually using it, right? Because it's like, it's designed to be automated, but if you want to automate that paradox machine, like, you better be ready for the paradox to spawn, right? That's all I'm saying. That's how it works. So Nexium emitter we're cool on, right? So that's pretty well automated, right? Let's take a look at pulsating black hole next. So that has a bunch of things to it, but I don't think too many of them are terrible. So fire upgrade orb looks, you know, a thing. We should probably add these guys to like the autocraft as well. I don't know about cinder essence. I guess we'll find out. I could get those knights and like paradox them. That would be a thing. Micro missiles, I remember that not being terrible. Hilariously, TNT and fire charges, neither of which are on autocraft, but I guess we can do that now because we can, right? So that should be cool. Okay. Paradox machine, not a big deal there. I just need you to know how to make this, and you should steal the bucket out of AE, assuming that we have, you know, fluid in stock kind of deal. So he should be smart about that. So paradox machine should be cool. Pocket storage shouldn't be a big deal because most of this is just about chests and pistons. So that should be easy. Right? Stable wormhole might be a little bit of a more of a thing, right? And the crystal staff too. Those were I might do those manually. So this should be no big deal. And then lightning bomb should also be moderately no big deal. Lightning grenades were you around that. But I'm going to tell you no substitutions enabled. I wonder if the substitutions enabled was my problem with the hell shelf. You know, that might have been where the hell shelf problem came from, to be honest with you. It might have been. Where am I with the weather container? So we have one empty and one sunshine, right? But remember, these are not hard to make. So I feel like having like 20 of these and being ready. Now, if I remember correctly, when I tossed this in here, he absorbed the sunlight and made it rain. Right? And then that, I don't know what's hitting me when I'm over here, but that made the weather container with rain. So if I just keep doing this, and I'm going to stop recording now because nausea. So back in a minute. All right, so if I came over here and said I want a pulsating black hole now, are you going to be able to make most of this stuff without too much of a fuss? Apparently, yes. That is cool. Pulsating black hole. Done deal, right? And then the only thing we have left for pulsating black hole, like I said, is the crystal staff, which maybe I could automate, but I don't feel like I need to. So I'm going to grab my diamond block sticks and blaze powder, right? Let's get like, I don't know, I'll get like 10 of them. And I don't know for sure. But does this ritual dude, like the incense ever stop or does it keep incensing? They're not creating particle effects, but if we looked here, coal, what was it, the last one? All right, so birch, bark, acacia bark, coal block. None of this is like, you know, particularly hard. And then we can take our flint. I think these last for a few minutes at least. So if I do 1, 2, 3, and then that, and then for giggles, are you ritual found? Oh, do you are missing or not lit? Did it consume them? It may consume them. Okay, I wasn't sure because like they stay particle-y. but clearly not. So we're going to want coal blocks times 8. We're going to want ADU, ADU. I mean, it's luckily that it's like not a big deal, right? So what I'll do is something like this with you here. Now, do you have to be relit? Oh, no, you don't. Cool. So I just have to like restock them, and I don't need the flint again. So that's kind of cool. Right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And that. Cool? That's not terrible. So yeah, like if I really needed to do this automatically, I probably could find a way to. Right? This is very automatable with just dire things, I would say. Looks like I'm going to want one more set of these, by the way, because I miscounted. Not the end of the world, mind you. And apparently the eventually do need to be relit. Cool. Okay. And then you, and you. Then we're good to go. Nice. Cool. And then you guys all go away. Cool. And then you and you. And now I should be able to make the pulsating black hole. All we need, realistically, is the stable wormhole, which, again, I could automate, but I don't think I will, because I only need a handful of them, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add the stable wormhole to my list, and just like with the other stuff, I'm going to make them manually-ish, right? So all I need is a wormhole frame, which needs an otherworld frame. So I'm going to get like 10 of these. Other stone is spirit fire. Nope. We still have spirit fire going on here, right? Yeah. And it's what with spirit fire? Andesite? Cool. Cool. And then, if I remember correctly, it was this dude, right? And you go with 2 quartz and an ender pearl and one of these dudes. So I'm gonna want. Didn't I have books of binding on Autocraft or no? Am I crazy? I thought I did that. Thought I did that. Maybe that was a previous series. They all run together. Now this thing and this thing never get used up. Is that right? 1. That works for me, right? Maybe one more batch. Loving that. Okay. And then you guys all do your thing. And then we're going to want quartz times 20 and ender pearl times 10. And that'll do. Works for me. Back in a minute. Yeah, so this wasn't bad at all to bulk craft by hand. It just looked like this. Especially with tick accelerating it, you know, Dyer's favorite thing. And again, it's only my favorite thing because it means that I can keep this content entertaining for you guys, right? Like, I feel like if you sat and watched me, like, craft and it took, like, 30 seconds per craft, that's boring. I tick accelerate it and it takes 2 seconds and we can keep the episode going, right? Just to be clear on the whole why Dyer likes to tick accelerate things, there's the method to my madness. Occasionally. Okay, so now I should come over here and make a pulsating black hole, and that's on Autocraft now, for the most part, but enough, right? Now the wither compass will be the next one, so I don't know what all involved is in that. Clearly a lot of these things were like trickier than we thought, but you know, we can do that. What else should be on Autocraft? You can probably be actually, we have plenty of withered combs, so we're fine on that. The wither builder we could Autocraft though, yeah, for sure. That could be an Autocraft. Witherproof bricks being made from witherproof this should also be relatively doable. And there'll be a handful of things that probably are not auto-craftable, but like we'll figure it out. Just like with everything else. Right? So if I came to you and said, make me all these things, you're missing wither skeleton skulls, so that might be a part of a problem. But you're doable. Wither skeleton skulls, which is ironic considering how many wither skeletons we just had going on, right? Ironic. You do what? You have sharpness and knowledge of the ages. I have another sword that has soul looting. Do I not have one that has looting? Okay, what about soul comb or wither combs, right? Because we have some wither comb blocks. Those, if they heated centrifuge, become this, which can turn into that. Where am I with skull chips? We have not as many as I would have thought. Why do we not have as many as I thought? Because they're in here? Okay. So I'm going to pretend like you guys are cool and be done, right? And then let's see, because I think I have bees for this, if I'm not mistaken. Right? So, wither soul chips come from withered comb blocks, which come from wither combs, which come from withered bee. Which we have one of. And the withered bee needs a wither rose. Now, is it fair to assume that babies ain't gonna happen from one bee? Do I need another one of these? Because the gold scenario would be having more of them. So what I could do is that be pointy upgrade thingy. What's it called? Pokey Pokey Gene Sampler. So if I Pokey Pokey Gene Samplered you, right? In theory, eventually we should start seeing genes stuff show up over here. And any that show up over here are likely to be unique to this bee. Close. So, like, you can see it's working, right? That's another normal temperament. Yeah. So, like, I'm guessing some of these numbers are going up. I'm not paying attention to them. I'm waiting for, like, a new one to come in, because what I'm looking for is, not a soul lava bee, but, like, and if this isn't the right way to get wither skeleton skulls, I can go another route, too. I would just, you know, kind of like to do it this way. Oh, and by the way, what I need to do here is on the down, add you to the list of things that go into the AE system. so that you stop showing up down there. Cool. So at some point, I will get type productive bees wither, right? And then once I get that, I can make a second one, and then we can baby our way. Ooh, productivity high. That's not terrible. Normal. Okay. Great, but not what I'm looking for. Come on. You know, the last couple times I did this, it was very quick, which is why I was like, yeah, I'll just do this on camera. I'm not going to wait. But it's apparently not going to be that quick for this one. Yeah. I'm just making sure I didn't, like, get it and miss it. But, like, they're all soul lavas. Alright, I guess I'll be back once it shows up. And it showed up. It was literally the next one to pop in, right? Now, again, it's only going to be like a 1%er, right? So what we need to do is honey treat, and then have a bunch of eggs ready to go. And just wait for RNG to be my friend, right? Should be cool. At some point. And if you're impatient, I can steal these upgrade dudes that I made between episodes and probably never told you I did. Wow, that is fast. RNG is not my friend today, apparently. Holy cow. It was never this, you know. There it is. Finally, withered bee egg. Alright, and then withered goes in here, and now, instead of Pokey Pokey Gene Sampler, I should be able to do baby egg. Nope, that was Pokey Pokey. Okay, and then... Oh, and you guys need to go back to here, because this thing's really slow without you. Tear through all those withered cone block upgrades. So at some point, in theory, I'm guessing... Okay, so he became an adult, so that's good. We should see more withered bees showing up in here. And that's kind of how you want to fill out your bees, you know, if you want. And again, wow, withered bees must just not want to be red or something. I wonder if one of these attributes means that, like, they don't do things. Because, like, I'm just having bad RNG for each step of this. When I did this with diamond bees and stuff, it was, like, way faster. So, you know. These guys don't, like, yeah. Yeah. This bee species cannot breed amongst themselves. I wonder if that's the problem. It could be. So I guess what I could do is just keep my Pokey Pokey gene sampler in there. And then get 5 more bees, you know, the gene sampler way. That's probably the smart play. Alright, let's do it like that. Because apparently they can't breed amongst themselves. I just found that tooltip. That doesn't, you know, explain the bad RNG I was having from getting the gene, but meh, you get the idea. Alright, so what I'm going to say is, wrapping up point. It's time to wrap up. So Devil 20 sign off. We'll come back next time. We'll continue with the last few of these. This one's going to be the sticker, I think. The Oblivion Shard. We'll find out if I'm right about that or not, but I'm guessing that's going to be the one that's going to be a big pain for me. But that said, I should be good to make this guy at this point. If I tell you that you can get Wither Skeleton skulls. Also, we have these. Can they make skulls? They can, if I got a blank skull, which sounds painful to me, so I don't like that route. You? Cool. Just curious if, like, that's enough, or, like, is it a crazy amount and we're not, you know, anywhere near where we want to be. So, Wither Compass, control click you now. Yeah, we need a lot of those chips, so we'll see if now the thing is like I definitely want to take and get like up to 5 bees. So like once we have 5 bees in the hive, we should be getting those chips a lot faster. but we'll see. For now, Double 20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time to continue automating all the aspects of this dude, which hopefully will be fun. All right, for now, take it easy.